Ooh, that looks tasty. Welcome folks, today the Hungry Gamer is back with another mini review, and today we're talking about Realms Redux, designed by Jamie Stegmaier from Stonemaier Games. Now, what this game is this is more of Rolling Realms, and what you're going to see starting about now is the video I did talking about how you play Rolling Realms. And at its core, you have different realms, which are basically different board games. And it originally started out as all the different Stonemaier games, and some part of that game was taken and kind of condensed and then expanded into a little roll and write game. And Rolling Realms Redux is more of the same, and it comes with a box big enough to put all the packages that they've ever released into this one, and it also comes with a little smaller travel box, so you can take just enough to play with a couple players. And what the game really is you're going to wind up rolling 2 dice and using those 2 dice to activate different things on the cards in front of you, and you'll have 3 cards in front of you, again based on different games. And they are all different, but all simple. It might be as simple as, if you have a 1 or 2, you're allowed to place it in this one spot and do a thing. Whereas if you have a 4 or 5, it goes here. It might be the type of thing where you have kind of columns and you're picking something on a column based on the number, etc., etc. All very standard roll and write stuff, but just expanded over a whole bunch of different variants. And you're going to play through 3 rounds. At the end of 3 rounds, you will tally up your stars or your points, and that will be the winner. So what do I like about this new set? Well, one, I like that it has games from companies that I love. So I'm just going to kind of glance at the front here, and I love Adam's Apple's games. I love that they're featured there. I love the people who did Bark Avenue. I love that they're featured there. I love that you have Shem Phillips, and I love that you have Cardboard Alchemy, and I love that they're just kind of reaching out and bringing in all these other companies as part of this fun series. I also have to say that I love why this game came to be. If I recall correctly, Jamie created this game during the pandemic as you could play with him on Zoom, and he was just kind of opening it up. And you can actually play this game with as many people as you want, though one box is only going to support up to 6 players. But if you have 2 boxes, you can play up to 12, and so on and so on. So I like all of that. I also like that all of the different realms do play differently, and now I haven't played all of them, but I've played all of them in the Redux box, and I played all of them in the original box. And while the DNA is the same, they're different, and the DNA is similar enough that you just have to take a moment and kind of read the card and say, okay, this is what I need to do, and kind of move on. But I do like that they're all subtly different, and I like that every game you kind of are picking different ones, and so you're always going to have a different combination of realms that you're dealing with, and I think that works really, really well. I think the game plays fairly quickly. I think the production, the way you write on the cards, I think all of that is great. These are the biggest dice you have ever seen in your life, and I really appreciate that as well. So what are my quibbles with the game? Well, the first one is there are now so many realms that there is always going to be especially if you have all of them, say, okay, wait, hold up, everybody stop. How does this one work? And it might just take a minute or 2. But I don't know, there's a billion different realms now, so that can add up time-wise. Though, on the other hand, they're all pretty similar because you're just rolling 2 dice and doing something with them. So you don't have a ton of depth in the variety of the different realms, though, as I said, they are definitely different. And the only other thing that I'm going to say here is this is very much a simpler roll and write. Even though there's a bunch of simple ones which can kind of add to the complexity, you're not getting some kind of deep feeling of a game as you're going through it. They all feel kind of surface level, and I think that's the point of the game. And they're all fun and enjoyable, but you're not getting any depth to it. There's a lot of variety in here, but not a lot of depth. You're not getting a Hadrian's Wall level depth in this game, or a Twilight Inscription, or something like that. This is very much a surface level. Anybody can play as long as someone can explain the rules, and you kind of jump in and go. And of course that makes sense because this is a game that was originally, I believe, designed to be played over Zoom with the entire world. And then the last thing that I'm going to say is, even though the artwork on some of the games that they're pulling from is so amazing, again, Bark Avenue and Flamecraft and Wonderlands were amazing art. You don't really see it on the cards. And so, you know, it's taking these games and kind of condensing them down to kind of some mechanics. Though again, pretty fun mechanics. So there you have it, folks. That is Rolling Realms. I think if you are someone that liked the original Rolling Realms, then you probably will like this as well. And you'll certainly appreciate the box put everything in. It's not that much bigger than the original box, but it is bigger, so you can get everything in there. So I think you'll certainly appreciate that. And it is cool to kind of support this game that is supporting all these other companies kind of around the world. So there you have it, folks. As always, if you found this video useful, please like, subscribe, share, maybe become a channel member. As always, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.